let's just start with the big, sort of announcement that you've got coming up. That you've got a fight booked in. Can you just tell us a little bit more about what's coming up for you next?
Well, I'm gonna try and be active this year, innit? Like, I want to try and get at least 3 this year, if possible 4. But like, yeah, I've got this one coming up. It's either going to be on the 23rd of March or it's going to be on the 20th of April. So we're just waiting to see. Like, they're going to finalize the date soon. So yeah, they're just seeing where it fits in better.
Yeah, who are you fighting?
A guy called Nico Services, like 8-3 record.
Yeah,
like he's a German guy.
Right. Okay. Will that be on the Octagon show?
Yeah, that'll be on Octagon.
Yeah.
I think he's ranked number 14 in featherweight. So yeah,
right,
it'd be good to take on another ranked guy. You know?
Yeah. Are you gonna piss him off before?
Nah, not really, innit? I don't know. That's not really the plan, innit? Like, not really the plan. Like,
guys, you can't lie. You that's what you do.
Sometimes, innit? It depends.
Depends
what mood I'm in, innit? Like, sometimes I wake up and think, like, I don't know, start pissing some people off, innit? But for now, I'm in a good mood, innit? So I'm not.
But Ghost, it works. It works, though, and I'll be honest, as a fan, that's what we like to see. That is the entertainment you bring. That's the entertainment you bring. You know what I mean? And a lot of fights can be won psychologically. So let's just talk about that, actually, because I think it's great. I absolutely think it's great that you get into the minds of your opponents and you look to finish them off before you've even got in there. I think that's absolutely great. And you've done that with quite a few opponents. But what's this all about? I mean, first question we want to know, who made this? Who made this? Right? This is a guy called Yusuf Bernate. And you need to tell us this story. We need to talk as though fans don't know what's going on so we can fill them in. So it's not a personal joke. But check this out. This is just genius. So Bernate is looking out a window. He sees a record, and there's the ghost. I mean, that's absolute genius. So,
this is CapCut. Like, that's all I did. I didn't do anything special. Just on CapCut, I made it. Actually,
so you made it, banged it out, tagged in a guy that you wanted to fight.
Oh yeah. The thing was, I called him out beforehand, but I tried to do it in a respectful way, and he started being a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
So now, obviously, like, naturally, I also became a bit of a dick as well, innit? So, I mean, so let's do that.
So what happened? Tell us about that story. So why did you want to fight Yusuf Bernate so much?
Well, they actually offered me him, and then they were saying, like, I accepted straight away because I was like, oh, he's just a fucking lanky striker, innit? Like, I'll just take him down. Like, now, obviously, he's a good striker and stuff, but, like, I just thought it was a good matchup for me.
Yeah.
Also, Bradford was a good matchup for me as well, and we tried to go for it. He took ages to accept. Like, they kept on saying that they were going to accept, and it didn't happen. Then afterwards, I saw he fought again, and I was just like, you know what, I'll call him out, but, like, in a respectful way, you know?
Yeah. So what do you call calling someone out in a respectful way?
I'm just saying about, like, fighting them, you know? Like, if you scroll down on my page, you can probably see in it, like, there'll be somewhere there in it, but, like, it wasn't that bad, I don't think, personally.
But video?
That video was bad, innit? That video was kind of bad, I'm not going to lie.
That was genius. Genius. So you called him out respectfully. He didn't bite, and then you went in all in. And then
because the thing was, he didn't say, like, no, he just started, like, talking shit. Like, and I was just like, how can you talk shit and not take it, you know? Or the fight, anyway.
And then he blocked you.
Well, basically, yeah. I think I'm still blocked as well. I'm not 100% sure. But...
Oh, you cracked me up. So you shook him. You shook him, didn't you? He was shook.
I think so. You never know. Maybe he's not shook, innit? Maybe he just didn't think the fight meant good for him, you know?
I think I don't know. Maybe he just couldn't handle it. Usually when you block someone, you just can't handle it, can you?
Yeah. He might have just not wanted the notifications, to be fair. Like, there are a lot of notifications, so...
Oh, you're gold. You're absolute gold. You are brilliant. That's actually brilliant. I love it all. I love showmanship. I love showboating. I like trash talk. I think it's brilliant. I've got nothing. I've got no qualms about it. I love it. And shaking an opponent before a fight, I think that's a skill set in itself. And that video I've just played there, I think was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. I had to give it some airtime. Let's talk about your last fight, and we'll start going backwards actually with this interview. So your last fight was on Octagon against a guy called Jan Soroki. You bullied that guy. Can you talk us through that fight?
Yeah, so like, I don't know. I wouldn't say I bullied him, but like, because the second round was kind of like tough for me. Like, I felt like I expended a lot of energy in round one. But yeah, no, it was a good fight for me, and I felt like I leveled up a lot just from the experience.
Yeah.
Right? So he had a lot more fights than me in that. His record was a bit mixed, but like his last win was against a guy that was 7-1. So like, he's definitely capable. You know what I mean?
And all the guys you're fighting, their records they've all got winning records, right? So you're not fighting like cherry pick bums, are you? Most of you guys, aren't they?
Yeah, most of the guys have like decent records.
Yeah, you're not fighting like mans that like 1 and 80. You know what I mean?
So none of them have been flagged, innit? So there's something all right in it.
Yeah, exactly. So you're gaining experience, and you're really moving through the ranks. I was actually at the fight with Nathan Rose, and a lot of people tipped him to give you problems. Mainly because of his experience. A lot of people tipped him that it was going to be a close fight. I think it was main event on Fight Star, and it was a really, it was quite a high demand fight. And I don't think you even lost a second of that fight. I was at that fight. I don't think you lost any of it. Like, not 1 second of it. He was in complete control, complete domination. Do you see that fight the same way?
Kind of, yeah. Like, obviously we were like fucking about a lot on the cage. Like, a lot of it was on the cage as well. Like, just a lot of clinch fighting. But I felt like when I started implementing my game and stuff, like, he was biting on a lot of my feints and stuff like this. Like, I was landing like low kicks when it was on the feet.
Yeah.
But I felt like my takedown entries were good as well. So yeah, I know. I felt like it was a good performance. The only thing that wasn't what I liked was basically the finish. Well, no finish, So
yeah, but he's a rugged, he's a wily veteran, isn't he? And so it's never going to be easy to get the stoppage on him. But what I liked was like the dead roses that you were posting, and
to be fair, he also started
it. Pounded the guy online, killed him.
Yeah, but he brought it on himself though. Like, he was being a dick before the fight. Like,
tell us more.
Like, what about just like the Nathan Rose fight? Oh
yeah,
like I saw him just posting a lot of stuff. Like, so I started posting stuff. Like, I saw an interview that he did as well, and he was like, kind of basically saying like that was average as fuck on it. So I just think,
really,
yeah. Obviously, if that's the case, he's pretty fucking average as well, isn't it? Yeah.
So you just saw him posting about you, and then that set it off?
Yeah, basically, innit? I saw him posting, but I also saw in the interview as well.
Yeah.
Because I tried to be respectful in my interview, innit? Like, the first time I said, like, obviously he's fought in Bellator and stuff, like, and he's a veteran.
Yeah.
I've got to take him seriously, innit?
Yeah. What was he posting about you?
No, he was just saying he was going to smash my face. It's like the normal stuff as well, but, like, I don't even remember all of it. Like, that's the thing. You'd have to go down and see in it, but, like, actually, no, you can't. He deleted those posts. Nothing. He hasn't got any of the posts of our fight on there, so it doesn't actually look like on his Instagram days ever fought me.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a few things before. Like, he even took pictures of like Krebs and Conan and stuff. Basically, like dressed like a bunch of Power Rangers.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And honestly, I think a lot of the fight fans do. When there's a bit of beef kicking off. I mean, I do these Insta lives. We're mainly a boxing channel. It's mainly a boxing channel, but I've had bare knuckle fighters on here. I've had MMA stars like yourself come on, and I've had referees come on here. I like to explore and not just do boxers and stuff like that. But yeah, most of the times where you have the best lives is usually when there's a face-off, or there's like, I sometimes get a fight, a face-off going, or people like to see heat. People don't like just to see just normal A to B fighters, ABC fighters. They like to see a bit of X factor, and you certainly bring that, my friend.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I think you really destroy people mentally. Like, I think, and I love it, and I hope you continue. I really do.
I don't do anything special, man. I just the average keyboard warrior, like the average troll online.
That's absolutely gold dust. So listen, look, we got to talk about everything on this channel. This is a gunman, it's alive, and it's called that for a reason, because we do not hold back. There's no silences. You are 7-1, and that one came against a guy called, I'm going to try and pronounce this correctly, Shiraz Qadrian.
Yeah.
Can you tell the fans about that fight, the build-up, the actual fight itself, and why you felt you lost that fight? Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Nah, that was like a traumatic experience, innit? I'm not gonna lie. I have like quite a lot of PTSD from it, innit?
What's
but
that?
Like, no, I was just saying I have a bit of PTSD from that moment, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like, nah. I don't know. It was just, I don't think the weight class was good for me personally. I don't think that, like, but also, I feel like I underperformed in it, being real. Like, and obviously he's got good grappling as well. You can't really take anything away from him, you know? But I definitely feel like these days my best work's at featherweight, you know? Like, bantamweight is a bit like, yeah, I don't know, it's a bit mad. Like I said, I can't take anything away from him because, you know, he beat me. Like, he was debuting as well, so I can't really say much.
Yeah.
It's a good wrestler.
Is there anything that you would change if you could have that fight again?
I don't know, because the thing was, when I lost that fight, it made me do a few things, you know, it made me fix up a little bit, you know? Like, I changed gym also, so yeah. I don't know, I feel like it was good for me. Like, it gave me a bit of a reality check as well. So,
yeah, sometimes I
feel like it's something I needed. I feel like I'd be a worse fighter.
Yeah, sometimes you need, you know, that to bring you down to earth a little bit, because you were running through people up to that point, and there is a point where you start feeling invincible, and you know, I wouldn't say he completely dominated you, but the elbows, and he controlled you, didn't he? I think it was was it second round, wasn't it? I can't remember now. Was it second round?
Yeah. Second round he finished me with rear naked.
He really got on top of his second round. But he's a quality fighter, and he's gone on to Cage Warriors, hasn't he?
Yeah. He's doing stuff there now.
So will the fans see a rematch?
Well, probably not, if I'm being honest. Like, because from what I heard, he might even be fighting at flyweight. I don't know if that's true, innit? Like, because that makes me look kind of bad, to be fair, innit? If he does go down to flyweight, but is what it is, isn't it? But yeah, I can't make 61, and I think he's too small to fight 66, you know?
Yeah.
Like, as much as I'd like to avenge the loss, like, it's one of those ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
if he came up,
he's a sound guy in that, so, you know.
If he came up, would you fight him again?
If he came to 66, I would, yeah. But like I said, I get on quite well with him. Like, he's a nice guy. Like, you know, I'm not gonna go out of my way to fight the guy, you know. Like, we're different weight classes as well. Like, it's one of those things, isn't it? Like, the plan is just to, you know, hopefully we don't lose again, innit? For a good while at least. Like, we keep that one there only, you know. So we get to the UFC.
You mentioned that you changed gyms and that affected you in that fight. Your words, not mine. Can you elaborate on that, please?
Oh, no, it didn't affect the fight. I felt like it made me, after that fight, I changed gyms. After that fight, you changed gyms? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So go on. I moved to GB after that fight.
Yeah. From
I was at Apex for a bit. I was, they were also good, but the thing was, it was in Windsor.
Yeah.
So it was just like, it was a mission to get there as well. So
yeah.
I'm still in good terms with everyone there, you know?
Yeah. So was there a split with Apex that or did it leave on good terms?
Oh, no, it was on good terms. Like, I still speak to Adam and that. Like, he's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I know you from your underground days when you was at Team Underground. So is that correct? You moved from Team Underground, then you went to Apex, and then you went to GB Top Team. Is that correct?
I moved a lot, mate. Like, moved a hell of a lot.
Yeah. Why is that?
I don't know, actually. Like, I've been here for a little while now. I've been here for like 2 years. So, yeah I guess I'm going to be leaving soon. But, I do like it at this gym, innit?
Yeah.
That's why
have you moved teams with so much regularity, though?
I don't know. I feel like the gyms I went to before didn't have what I needed, you know? Like, whereas I'm here now at this gym, it has what I need. You know, I'm improving in that. You know, there's good bodies on the mats. You know, like, I didn't want to go to a place and be like the best like guy on the mats, you know, because then it's like I also need to get punched up to improve, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what is it that you need? You need that harder sparring, yeah?
Yeah. But even like just the like techniques that we learn, it's better, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's high level techniques that we learn at GB. So,
Yeah. I mean, it's got an unbelievable reputation, GB top team. And listen, a happy fighter is a dangerous fighter. It's just a saying in all mixed martial arts. But it's each to their own, isn't it? It's about what you prefer and what you like that makes you. You know, you see father son, a lot of father son combinations in boxing and in you know combat sport. But some people can't stand to be told what to do by their dad. You know what I mean? Like you can't tell him to f off. You know.
yeah,
So it really depends on the fighter. And you know, I met you at Team Underground on the Retribution show, and Team Underground's a very family sort of good gym, family orientated gym. But you know, they, for example, in the pub a lot together and stuff. And a lot of fighters don't do that. You know, go to the pubs and things. But some people will enjoy that. Some people will just want, right, I just want to train. I don't want the social side of it. I just want the discipline, and that's that. Is what do you prefer in a gym, in a team?
Nah, in a gym, obviously, like you want it to be professional, don't you? But oh, it depends. Like obviously, there's people in the gym that I like see outside of the gym and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, there's also people that I train with at the gym that I'm cool with that I only see at the gym.
Yeah. Would you go drinking with your coach?
Nah, probably not. It's a bit mad, isn't it? Like,
do you like to keep your coach life and your social life, your fighting life and your social life separate to your coach?
Yeah, kind of. I try to, yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm only asking because some people, you know, have trained. I know guys that train with their friends. They're training with a friend of them's training them, and I see that a lot, not work a lot of the time because while they're mucking around and stuff, they're just not. They haven't got that discipline. They haven't got someone saying to them, "Oh, you're late," you know, getting on them. You know what I mean? If you're training with a mate, you know what I mean, like, or you're training, going to the pub and stuff. Some people just can't. It just can't work for them, you know.
Yeah. I don't know, but that was a random scenario. You know, like I would drink with Brad though. I would have a drink with him, to be fair. Like, that'd be fine.
Would you get smashed with him?
Yeah, why not? Why not? I feel like he'll just get up all the voice notes like they sending me. Like, he does get on to me, innit?
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Listen, were you born to fight or did you learn to fight?
I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like this is what I was put here to do. I feel like this is what I was put here to do. Like, I do feel like I'm naturally like a scrappy person, you know?
Yeah.
I was always getting into like altercations when I was younger. So, yeah.
But you wasn't from a rough background, or were you? You know, you wasn't from a really rough background. You didn't have to fight, right? Some kids have to fight, right? So you've kind of chosen to fight. Is that not right?
Yeah, I don't know. Like when I was in school, people just used to. I don't know. I was quite a small kid, so like people used to try it with me, and I always used to. I don't know. I always used to have fights.
Yeah,
I always used to be scrapping. Like even when I was in like primary, or apparently even in nursery, I was like they swinging for people. So yeah. Or like biting them or whatever, innit? Like,
brilliant. Yeah. So you think you were just born to fight? You naturally were a good fighter. You didn't have to pick up the skip rope and learn to skip, and you didn't have to, you know, really work, you know, learn to fight. You just naturally was pretty good at most things already.
Well, obviously, like there was a point where I was shit in it, but like, yeah, I don't know. Like I felt like I was always like naturally gifted with stuff, like, but I didn't have the right what's the word, like coaching, you know?
Yeah.
Like the more I've like been training now, I feel like the coaching I have is better, obviously, you know?
Yeah. No, I mean you're in a top gym now for your craft, and from outside looking in, and I speak from the fans' point of view, that I think the fans, the consensus is that you've actually found a home. You moved around in the past, but it feels like you've found a home now where it's a professional team that are at the top of what they do in the field that you're in, and you're thriving under that now. From your last few performances, like I said, I was at the Rose fight. It was absolutely impressive. It really was superb. Who's your favourite current fighter at the moment?
At the moment,
Yeah.
That's a good question. That's a very good question. Like, I do like Hamza. Like, I'm a fan of him. I'm a fan of Leon Edwards. I like him as well. It depends. I don't have like a very like. I don't have like a top of that, you know. Like, I have a few fighters that I like, you know. But
do you have anyone you care about if they lose or if they're on? Shit, I've got to get to the TV and watch them.
Maybe not really now, to be honest. Like, obviously, like I like watching Hamza. Like, I like watching all like if there's a big fight on, like I'll go and watch it. You know.
Yeah, Hamza. Is there any fighters that you base your style on? Like you watch this guy and you go, "Oh, I like the way he does that," or "I like the way he does that," and you try and go in the gym and replicate a little bit of that style. Have you got anyone that's like that?
I don't know. I guess you could just say any other wrestler you see in the UFC, innit?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I think Hamza fights similar to you. Actually, you think about it.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of tried to do that in the first round of my last fight and just gassed myself out, innit? And just paid for it in like the second. But I got like a second wind in round 3 and managed to do it. So I don't know. I don't really know, to be honest. Like, I feel like my style's kind of like unique in a way. I feel like because a lot of my game is off the back. Like, I'll be playing like body lock a lot. I feel like a lot of people don't do that or spam it as much as I do anyway. But I feel like I'm pretty good at what I do with that.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, absolutely, for sure. So let's just quickly talk about the team then, your team. So you've got Brad's like your head coach. Tell us about your like the setup at GB Top Team.
What? So just what they have there?
Yeah, just who have you got around you? Who are you sparring? Who's your main coaches?
Well, there's a lot of people. So obviously our main coach is Brad and Ash.
Yeah.
Like they have Barry there for boxing.
Yes.
Yeah, like I have training partners like Nick Bagley, or like Teo, Alex Ahore, like a lot of people. Like I'll be sitting there saying names forever.
Yeah, you'll
name them all.
Miss out. Yeah. So you're always mixing up the sparring. You're always working with loads of different people. How much do you move around gyms to spar, or do you always just spar at your home gym?
Nah, these days just spar at my home gym. Innit? Like sometimes I'll go and do some some moving around with PK, but it's like light stuff in it, you know. But apart from that, like last year I went to BST to do a bit of rounds with Jordan Vasenich, like, and that was quite good. Like it was a nice experience. But like apart from that, I didn't really like go anywhere else. It was all at GB.
Have you ever been knocked out?
What? Just in general?
Yeah, in the gym.
No. Not knocked out. I've been dropped to the body. I've been dropped to the body a few times. But I've like not been knocked out. Like I like to like.
You've never been disengaged and knocked unconscious.
No, I haven't actually.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good, does it?
Yeah, I don't know. I've taken a lot of repeated shots to the head, but I haven't like gone sparked out. I can say touch wood in it. Yeah, which is nice.
Yeah, nice.
I like to think I've got a decent chin.
Yeah.
I can take a shot.
So we've got MMA saying undefeated chin, mate. We've got May Mosh iron chin, mate. So yeah, some of the guys.
To be fair, hit me a few times, but never dropped me.
Pop your questions in, guys. Anyone who wants me to ask Ghost any questions, I've always got plenty of questions I can ask him. But if you've got anything specific that you want to ask him, pop it in. And anything that's good, I'll ask him. If you're not following me, follow me. I've got plenty of good interviews coming up. It's really a pleasure to have this man on to the live today and hear about his experiences. So I was going to ask about when you get elbowed, because as I said, this is more of a boxing channel, and you know, it's hard for us to fathom like getting elbowed, and it's hard for us to fathom getting kneed. Does that hurt? Does it really hurt? Is it different
like anything that you eat in a fight kind of hurts, to be fair, innit? Like,
is it different to a punch?
Elbows just kind of peak, isn't it? Like you just because there's no padding there, and it's just bone, so you'll eat it, and then it kind of hurts, yeah.
Different
I
to
got
a
elbowed in my
punch.
last fight, like on the cage, and it was like really fucking hard. And I ate it, and I was surprised I didn't get knocked out. Like I was thinking, like, you know what, that could have been peak. Like my health bar kind of went down a little bit at that point. You know what I mean? Like it was flashing. So yeah, but I
We've got
recovered.
MBM MMA saying, Steph, what do you do for elbow condition?
Elbow conditioning.
Conditioning,
I don't condition my elbows actually. They're just naturally strong.
Yeah. Do you know what? I had a bare knuckle fighter on here called Connor Tierney. He fights on BKFC. And he uses a Makalele board, I think they call it, and where you're just pounding like a wood to make your hands
I've seen that.
like shovels. And a lot of these bare knuckle fighters, they make their hands like absolute shovels. So yeah, you don't do any conditioning with your knees, your elbows, or your hands. Any different? Any you don't do anything towards that to make your shots harder?
I don't know. I've always just like been punching and stuff. So like I don't know. I feel like they're already kind of conditioned, but then again, like my knuckles, they split quite a lot. So I don't know. My knuckles are also kind of soft, so maybe they're not conditioned enough in it. But yeah, I just wrap up in it.
Yeah. So then, there's nothing particular that you there's nothing particular that you do to try and make your shots, make your hands more solid, or make your knees or elbows. You've already naturally got quite a hard, sort of core of limbs, right? There's nothing particularly that you do.
Not really. Like obviously in sparring you get hit like everywhere, so you kind of get a little bit conditioned. But like I don't know, with my shins, like I started doing Thai boxing, so I was always kicking anyway. Like even though I don't kick as much these days, but my shins are still kind of conditioned.
Does it hurt when you kick someone with your shin?
Oh, shin to shin, yeah, it's long. Like
that sounds. Do that. Yeah, like or when you check a kick, what hurts most in 8-limb fighting?
Wait, in general, what like kicking?
In general, you mean? Yeah.
Like, to be fair, probably like when you go and check a kick, probably like when you check a kick. Or obviously, the worst thing that can happen is getting low blowed, innit? That's like,
yeah, cool. But when you check your kick, that's probably like the thing. Like, oh bloody hell, that really hurts.
It's peak. Yeah, it's peak. Like I've done it a few times. I've just been like, fuck. Like I went shin to shin in the fight with Nathan Rosen because I was so like off my tits on adrenaline that it like was calm.
Yeah.
But, I remember the day after was fucking rough.
We've got a couple of questions from some of the supporters. Ask Steph if he can hold side control. That's Aaron Crawford.
No, I'm actually not good in side control, to be fair. I always try to get the back.
Yeah.
That's where I try to get the majority of my fights in it.
We've got BKP1. May I ask who the fighter he found the hardest to fight was? Who's your hardest fight?
You know, that's actually a good question. That's a very good question.
Yeah, that's a nice question.
I expected this one though. Like, I'm trying to think of the guys that fought in it.
I was expecting you to say Qadrian.
Yeah, well, the thing was, I think I don't know, like I just gassed out really heavily in that second round. I had a really bad like adrenaline dump. I don't know if that's what it was, but I had a big drop of energy. But yeah, I don't feel like that was my hardest fight. Like the fight I've taken the most damage in, maybe like the thing was at the time, the Noah fight was a really fucking hard fight for me. Like that went split decision. Like after the fight, I forgot that I had a fight and stuff. Like I was concussed. Like I didn't get dropped or nothing, but I was concussed.
Which fight was that one?
That was like one of my amateur fights. Oh, no. I'm actually friends with the guy now, innit?
Did you say Noah Mannion? Is that
yeah.
Oh right, really?
Like
split decision
now. I don't know. I feel like my hardest fight. Well, yeah, it might be my last fight. I felt like I made it a bit harder than what it had to be, but yeah, it was kind of tough. Like my head was hurting after. Like it was like a sore head. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Loads of people are asking me to ask you about the Czech saunas. So,
no, don't. We don't need to ask about that. That's just a long story that I'm just like, you need to get PK on as well to ask that one, innit? Like, can you actually do that? Can you invite him? Is it possible? Because he was with me in that like Czech experience.
Yeah, I can add him in. I'll add him in at the end, and we'll find out about this Czech Czech sauna story. Okay. So was it PK? PK, when if you just request to join in, PK, and then I'll bring you. It's a PK, yeah.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah. So request to join, PK, and I'll bring you in at the end of the interview, and we want to all hear about this Czech sauna story. Yeah, and you've been told that you're the one to tell that one.
Yes. He's
So
the best narrator when it comes to this sort of thing.
So have you got a message for everyone in your division?
In the Octagon featherweight division, not really. Like, obviously, I'm coming to be the champion there, you know, but yeah, I don't really have anything to say to those guys. Like, I'll fight who they give me in it, and yeah.
Can you see
long day if you get matched with me in it. That's what I'm gonna say. Long day.
Are you? Do you think you're going to be staying on that platform for the foreseeable then, or?
Yeah. Well, I'm contracted there for a bit now, so yeah,
right.
I'm liking it there.
How many fights are you contracted for?
3-fight deal. Like,
3-fight deal.
I've got 2 more fights left on my contract. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
How many?
I'll get probably contract negotiation. So yeah.
Yeah, and how many times can the fans expect to see you out this year then? So I think you did mention this at the start. Was it 3 or 4
times?
At
least 3, but I want to get 4.
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
Me.
Yeah.
That'll get me to like 11 and 1, and then I can start like.
He's already counted the wins. I love the mentality.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, exactly. 3 points in the bag, isn't it? 3 points in the bag.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That's beautiful, Ghost. I love to see. You know, as I said, I speak with a lot of fighters all the time, and it's lovely to see that mentality. It's beautiful to see. I'm going to quickly bang you a few more questions out because I like to get the supporters involved rather than me just hammering you with my questions. So I won't answer a few of these ones. This Czech sort of story sounds like it's kicking off. How do you let's have a look. Nah, none of them are any good, mate. It's all just jokers on it.
It's all just my mates trying to fuck with me.
It's all your mates.
It's
all your mates taking the piss
with me.
Yeah, they're all trying to muck around with you. Did in terms of your ring walk, what ring walk tune do you come out to?
For my last fight?
Yeah, or do you always mix it up?
I used to come out to something in a way all the time. I did, but
the
last fight came out to
Nirvana, didn't you? You used to come out. Was it Nirvana? Yeah. That was wicked. That's a great tune.
Yeah, I might bring it back soon. But we'll see. The last time I came out to it, I lost, so it's like bad vibes now, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Is that why you moved away from it?
Yeah, for a little bit. I did, yeah. But I might bring it back.
Yeah, bring it back. I like that. Yeah, bring that back. I like that. That was an absolute tune. So, lastly, before we bring in KP, let me just see if he's requested. No, he hasn't requested. He needs to just request, and I'll bring him in at the end.
Is he still chilling in the viewers list? I don't know.
Yeah, he's in there. Can you see him?
I don't know how to check it actually.
I think is that the guy you just spoke that just commented here.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, just ask it, request, and then I'll add. Just needs to request, and I'll add him in.
Yeah, he's not gonna do it. I know he won't, innit?
He's saying I'm not doing it. He's saying I'm not joining. Mate, you shook him. You shook him, Ghost. You've got a habit of doing that, scaring people.
Yeah, no, he's been ducking me for a while, PK, innit?
Oh, mate. Yeah, so listen, lastly, can we have a message for your supporters? What would you like to say to the fans that pay their hard money to come to the fights and the fans that follow you?
Obviously, I appreciate them all and stuff. Yeah, keep watching. Like, this is only the tip of the iceberg. Yeah.
Where do you see yourself getting to? Are you aiming for UFC, or are you just wanting to stay on Octagon for now? And what's your plans in terms of?
Obviously, my plans are always like my ultimate goal is to be like a UFC champion one day, you know. But obviously, I've got a lot of work to do and stuff, and I'll do what I need to do to try and get there. But I believe I can do it.
Absolutely.
I believe I've got the talent to do it as well. So I feel like.
Well, I must say one thing. You've improved. I've got to say, as I said, I met you in your underground days, you know, like the Retribution show, and I've got to say you've improved no end. I mean, take a look at this. This is a young ghost.
I just realised this may actually die because my phone's on 1%.
All right. Well, let me just tell you this quickly, and then we'll let you go. Here's a young ghost. Here you go. Look at your defence. You're a completely different beast to back in these days.
Oh yeah, I know.
Completely different beast. But everyone starts a beginner.
Good luck either.
Everyone starts a beginner, you know, and we wish you the best of luck on your journey, Ghost. We really hope the takeover happens. I for one, I've seen you fight live a couple of times. I certainly want to come and see you fight more often. Best of luck in your journey. Keep batting man up. Keep doing what you do. Yeah. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah. Thanks, Ghost, man. Appreciate you. Take care, man. Best of luck. All right,
man.
mate. Respect.